So let's talk about building a simple HR metrics system. It doesn't need to be overly complex. I know I just gave you 5 categories with like 3 to 4 things to measure in each. Just start somewhere. You don't need an HR software to start tracking metrics, even though it's a little bit easier if you have one because the data is already built in. And if you have an HR payroll system, which if you don't, I can help you vet those, by the way, because I get it. There's a million of them out there, and you don't want to pay a lot for your very first one, but you want to make sure that like you're going to use it, you implement it, and actually get what you're paying for, and all of those things. But really, you just need consistency in a spreadsheet to start. If you don't have an HR payroll system with a reporting module or whatever, let's just start with some simple spreadsheets. Put it in Google Sheets, put it in Excel doc, whatever it looks like. I recommend starting with these 3. So start with these 3 metrics this month. Turnover rate. Let's start with that. How many people have left in the last 12 months and when? So how many have we lost? I want to know that retention data. And then I want to know when in their employment. Oh my gosh, you guys, I see I've got a little green on my fingers. I've been doing mom projects around here. I want to know though, how many people have left in the last 12 months and at what point in their tenure did they leave? Data tells a story. Second one, time to fill. From the time that we posted a job, when did we have an accepted offer? That's going to help us with our hiring and our onboarding. And then absenteeism. That's the other one that you should have tracked. Are there patterns that you haven't noticed? This data is very powerful. I want to see you have it. I want to see you track it. Those are the 3 metrics that I would start with this month, and you're going to be blown away. So just have a simple tracking setup. One tab is a headcount log with hire date, termination date, reason for termination, and who the manager is. That's one tab. Second tab, open requisition log with open date or posting date, the fill date, when we got an accepted offer, and the source of hire. Where did they come from? We just need to ask them I mean, you should know depending on how they applied, but if they don't, ask them, how did you find us? And then a third tab that's an absence log by employee by month. That's it. 3 tabs. Excel doc, Google Sheet with 3 tabs and those 3 pieces on it. I want you to review this quarterly. You don't even have to review it monthly if you don't want to. Review it quarterly. Put a meeting on your calendar and maybe with other managers, 30 minutes, and it's going to show you something you didn't know. I promise you. It's going to show you something you didn't know. You know that. If you're not tracking it, you know it's going to teach you something. Here's when you know you need to move to an HR software for metrics, or turn on your reporting module and start spending the money on that or whatever. When you are about 15 to 20 employees and manual tracking is taking more time than it's worth. That's when you know it's time. You need this data, right? You need this data. This is going to be very important data for you. When you have multiple managers is also a time that you know that you need this data so you can track performance by team. That's very important data. We want to know who's costing this, right? I mean, like the facts are the facts, who's performing. And then what are some of the tools that I recommend? Personally, I've got partnerships with a few. I've got partnerships with Rippling, Gusto, United Kronos Group, and I've got a distributor that works with that. I've also got loose relationships with iSolved and a number of other ones, but those are the ones that I have like a personal person that I'm working with that makes life easier. But only buy an HR payroll software if you're actually going to use it, if you're actually going to implement it. And I'll do a whole episode on HR payroll software, but if you don't have somebody in your organization dedicated to implementing this well, or you're not partnering with somebody like me to make sure it gets implemented well, you're not going to get what you're paying for. So don't waste your money. I want you to have it. You need it. But if you're not going to implement it strongly and then have people utilize it, like, don't spend the money.